From the 205.
Wait, what
We
the
got
fuck? Yeah, we're here. AKA Meat Squad.
AKA It's Your Life.
AKA Moving Forward. AKA Young Tater. AKA Yeet.
Yeet Squad.
Yeet. We get on here and just chop it up, man.
Get up here, chew the cud, so to speak.
Let's see how this is. We got one person in already. Alright, we got ready up. Meat Squad. Meat Squad.
I'm ready up when you are. Oh, let's see if anybody has any questions at first. We can get a couple people in here, and if not, we'll dive into what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna. So here in a little bit, we'll talk about relationships and like, you know, we'll go on like relationships with like a man or a woman, and then we'll go over family relationships, and we'll go over some good shit. We got you.
All that kind of stuff when you're dealing with panic or DPD or whatever. Yeah. Anxiety feel, but especially with DP and DR.
Yeah, mainly. I've dealt with plenty of relationships while in DP. I know that it does take an effect. Let's see here, Mo. Young Tater in the building. We're just gonna build some forts.
Here we go, here we go. Alright, man, I'm thinking we got a risky.
Risky?
Risky reels.
Alright, man, I'll follow you.
Alright, Tater.
So until people hop in, we'll or if anybody hops into that, y'all just gonna watch us build some forts.
Well, we're just gonna hop in here and build forts. Well, yeah, we'll start once the initial assault is over. We'll start talking. Ain't nobody asking any questions yet.
Man, we got 397 subscribers. Y'all go ahead, man. We trying to get to all right, we got to get to 500 first, but we're trying to get to 1,000.
You got 300? You got 397?
Yeah.
Man, some of y'all need to head my channel's way. I only got 259.
Yeah, y'all be sure to go subscribe to J-Dub. Yeah, we got a bunch of people coming in here.
Yes, sir, we do. Oh, good God. I'm talking about a bunch, Hoss. Alright, I'm getting out of here.
I'm going back some.
I'm running with you, man. Hey, there's somebody on the back side of that house you're running towards right now.
Okay.
So be ready. I got a blue pistol, but that's all I got, boss.
Good God. Fuck.
Good Lord Almighty, dude. That was not a good start.
Yeah, we couldn't do much of that. I had to go there because I need to find something.
Dude, I didn't realize how many people was gonna jump in with us. I figured they wouldn't.
Man, I've been playing shit here recently. Man, what the hell? Ain't nobody up in here.
Man, dude, I guess we're just gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. Oh man, where we gonna start? Wait, we got us a comment. Let's see who's offering this joint. How do you get to the damn live chat? Well, it said we had to. I don't know.
Oh no, man, my bad. My daggone thing keeps. Every time I ready up, I swear it like cuts it off.
All right, well, all right. So we're gonna cover relationships during this whole thing, and we'll start with family because that's obviously the most important. And
Yeah, for sure.
let's see.
Oh shit, man. Well, I'd say initially one of the hardest things during DP and just DP in general. Um, I'd say that it's looking at your family members, especially your parents. Like, yeah, your friends too, but even more so, it's disturbing when you look at a parent, and
Yeah.
it's even more disturbing when you look at a parent and you feel like you don't recognize them.
Oh damn. Yeah. I mean that was one of the main things when I first got DP, man. I would look at my parents or my friends and just be like, what the fuck, man? Like
Why
legit
do I
feels
feel
like
like I don't recognize you?
yeah, and it's almost like it felt different before than it does now. But it's just because you learn to deal with it for so long and then you start to tackle it and it eases up a little bit. But like if you're just now getting into DP and you realize like, oh shit, man, there's something wrong with me because I don't recognize my parents. Like it's normal, dude. Like it's just something you don't have to ride out and learn how to tackle it.
Yeah, that's the thing is eventually like when you're no longer DP'd and stuff like that, you're gonna look back and be like, God, how like I don't even understand how I felt that way.
Yeah,
And
like for me, instance, like I don't really struggle anymore with looking at my mom or dad and not recognizing them. Now there is days like when I'm super stressed out that I'm like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
me. Me like today, for instance. Like I told you, I had a stressful day, new environment. I um, just started back in a new job, started back in the gym, kind of all really today. And
Yeah,
it was a lot for one day, to be honest with you. And it took its toll today. I've kind of had that weird feeling of oh man, we got a bunch of them in here.
yeah. But yeah, I don't really struggle too much anymore unless I have a stressful day. Uh,
Yeah, I had a I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
bro, he just blasted my ass. Fuck.
Dude,
Fuck.
how is that even possible? I just whooped that dude's head. God,
Bro, I don't
man, we're
know.
getting smoked. It's so hard to talk and play this
I
game.
know, man. I suck at it. Main thing is just going over what we need to. This is just for entertainment for them.
Yeah.
But
But what I was gonna say is like, man, like today I have a stressful day, and I do have that weird feeling. I do have that feeling like I'm not recognizing people and stuff like that today, and I feel very off, and I feel very like something's wrong. But I know that once I get a good night's sleep tonight and get back at it again tomorrow, it's a whole bunch of stress, and once I get back on it tomorrow, here in a day or two, it'll ease up again. But
oh yeah, for sure.
man, it's really weird because like DP is so strange in the fact that if you do nothing, you get worse. But at first, when you start doing the things to help yourself, like getting back out there and doing things, you also feel worse. So
Yeah,
it can feel like a catch-22 because it feels like no matter what you do, you feel worse. But in reality, if you keep doing nothing, you're going to continue to feel worse. If you
yeah,
go start living life and getting back out there and facing panic attacks and dealing with the stress, at first, for the first few weeks or whatever, you will feel worse. You will feel crazy out of your mind because your body's trying to keep you from getting back out there. It's trying to keep you safe. But that's temporary. If you don't do anything, you're going to be stuck that way.
yeah,
But if you go and start trying to tackle it, it's temporary. People are like, oh my God, I'm doing what you say. But I feel worse. And I used to be the same way. Like, man, I'm trying, and sometimes I still get that way. Sometimes I still psych myself out, and I feel like, I start asking myself, why do I feel worse when I'm starting to when I'm pushing it or whatever. And you have to remind yourself, you know, that's temporary. You keep
Yeah.
pushing it, eventually that's going to ease up and it's going to be, you're going to feel a lot better. But temporarily, when you first start pushing it, you're going to feel crazy.
Oh yeah,
For
for
lack of
sure.
a better word.
Did you didn't jump, did you? Okay.
No, I
But
got
yeah,
the
man, it's
blue
just,
one.
you gotta kind of keep rolling with it, man. And like, okay, so this is what I did. I'm not saying this works for everybody. This is like the one thing I've never heard anybody say this, but this is what I did to get out of that super surreal state, or that super like fuzzy, that man, like, so everybody's is different.
Your
Uh,
brain fog.
yeah,
And yeah,
like,
you know, you're right. Everybody has a lot of the same symptoms at some point, but oftentimes they're not together.
yeah. And like some people start off heavier DP or heavier DR. Mine was extreme, fucking scary derealization, and it was like, it's like I
I got
woke up
some.
one day and I was tripping. That's exactly what it felt like.
Dude, yeah, no, I understand completely. That's how
And
I kind of felt. I kind
yeah,
of felt. Oh, I'm coming in
what
behind
the
my
fuck?
dogs.
There's so many people. I'm going on this back building.
Dude, there's already some back there.
Back here.
There's some somewhere. All right, Snooper. I'm underneath you. Hey, there's an extra med kit in here. I want you to grab. I've got one. You've got one. In a fight now, boy. Run up, charge him, charge him. I'm down. I'm down.
Bro, I couldn't do shit. I had nothing. What the fuck?
Jump into some less hot zones because we're getting smoked.
I'm talking
We
about,
did
I don't
so
even have a
good.
chance. I grabbed a
We did
pistol.
so good. We did so good until we hopped up, until we
Yeah,
started
no.
talking.
What was I talking about? Yeah, mine was like, it was extreme DR. Like, I'm talking about, I woke up one day and I was like, I was in a fucking trip, man. Dude, yeah, it was like I was on acid and I didn't know what was going on. So I didn't recognize anybody. I didn't, you know, my family. I looked at them and I was like, what the fuck, man? My friends, like my best friends that I've known since I was 2. I looked at them and I was like, dude, I do not get it. Like, I mean, it's almost like I recognize it, obviously I know who they are, but it's like I couldn't connect with them. Like I just described it as the energy between me and everything else is gone. Like the
Yeah,
energy between me and my buddies there was nothing there. It's almost like I knew it
it's
my
the
whole
same thing
life,
with your
but
parents, man. It's like it's the same thing with your parents. Like you hug them, and like you don't feel. It's like you know. It's like for the rest of your life. It's like you hug somebody in your family. And you felt love. Like
yeah,
you could. There's somehow you could feel like the energy of love, but all of a sudden it's like you couldn't feel that anymore. All of a sudden there's just like there's nothing there.
dude, I'm not good at
All of a
aiming. Dude, I don't know if my live stream's live or what, but we ain't getting nobody in here. I usually have a bunch of people in here.
Yeah, well, normally do. It is late though.
Yeah, it is Saturday night. Um, so, okay, so what I did was, I just told myself, this ain't real. This is just anxiety bullshit. And when I finally figured it out, man, I just kept telling myself that. And eventually that haze, I don't know why, I don't know, like, I just fully believed it. And I got
Well,
really,
you jump. You jump.
I just did. Uh, I got super sick of it and really mad one day. I remember this day exactly. I remember, I went in the mirror, dude, and I just fucking, like, dude, I let loose that day. And I remember getting in the shower and just, like, fucking punching the shower, fucking, and just freaking out, man. I was just so pissed off that it had been, like, a week, and I still felt like this. I felt insane. I felt like I've been tripping for a week. That shit ain't fun no more. It's cool to trip for a couple hours. Fuck, man. And then it got to the point where I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, and then I just told myself, this ain't real. This is stress and anxiety and depression that's built up, and now I feel weird. It's not real. Like, no matter what the fuck I see or think, none of this shit's
We
real.
got a friend coming in below us, just so you know.
All right. I'm thinking I'm coming in behind them then.
Yeah. They're on the far side.
I'm gonna go to this side.
Oh my god, dude, I'm already freaking down even though I got to the gun first. I hate this damn game. Fucking piece of shit.
Bro, I don't know. They're gonna...
I'm backing out already. Nah, I'm watching you from the...
Man, don't watch me. They've killed me before I even got a gun.
Man, dude, we gotta... I don't know what's up.
But I told myself this isn't real. No matter what my brain says, no matter what, I just said this shit ain't real. Like, it ain't fucking real. It's something that I've created somehow in my head, and with stress and anxiety, and I'm just questioning too much. I just gotta chill out and just say fuck it. And I did that, and that got rid of the extreme DR, the really fucked up DR that fucking put me in the hospital and shit. That got rid of that. I don't know how. Maybe I was just super motivated. I'm telling you, like, motivation's key. Whenever you find something that motivates you, stick to it. And whether it be working out, man, like, you just, you know, it's little stuff. Like, get a girlfriend, join a gym, because you're like, man, like, I could be fit, and it boosts your self-confidence. And, you know, having a girlfriend forces you to get out there and live normal.
Dude, I'll tell you, that's true for sure, man, because, like, all throughout high school, and most of that, dude, I was jacked. Like, I had big arms, I had abs, everything. I worked out twice a day for years. I was huge. And then I gained a lot of weight when I started dealing with PT and stuff, and sitting on the couch doing nothing. And I will tell you that it does play on your self-confidence for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because now not only are you worrying about, is this ever going to go away, you're worrying about what people think of you, or you're worrying about your weight.
Like, man, you know, you used to being a good-looking guy, a good-looking popular person, and all of a sudden, man, like the girls aren't looking at you as much anymore, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, like, what if I feel this way forever? And not only that, what if I can't find somebody who wants to, you know, be with me? Like, it starts playing in your head a lot, and it starts messing with you.
Yeah. Yep. And you gotta find motivation, and once you find that motivation, and like you start getting jacked, and you get some abs, and you got the chest, like it's just that little shit.
One more time, let's try risky.
All right. But once you start getting that, man, it does boost your confidence, and then once that confidence, you gotta have confidence, then you can find some motivation, and once you get motivated, man, it's a lot easier. But I mean, going into like relationships we was talking about, like, it is tough. I mean, it really is, because like there's been plenty of times that I've turned down stuff. So I dated a girl for 4 years, or 3 years, or I don't fucking even know. I don't really give a fuck. But anyway, there was a bunch of times, man, that, okay, when we first started dating, I went to Arkansas with her. No problem. Didn't even go to sleep that night. No problem. Didn't go to bed. Fucking, that's when all the stress really started. Now looking back, whenever I went to Arkansas, I don't know what, you know, I never looked back that far, but I went to Arkansas, super stressed out. I've always been anxious. I don't know what, this is something about me. This is a characteristic about me. Whenever I go somewhere like out of state, or to, not one of my best friend's house because I'm comfortable at his house, but when I go to somebody else's house, I have trouble sleeping. And I'm like, I always had panic attacks whenever I didn't get enough sleep. So I'm like, man, dude, what if I don't go to sleep tonight? Fuck, then I'm gonna feel weird tomorrow, and then blah blah blah, and then all the shit adds up. Well, I didn't go to sleep in Arkansas. Fucking, we roamed the fucking town and hung out with everybody and did all our things, but I didn't fucking, you know, it was just stress. But anyway, I did a lot of shit with I did a lot of shit in that relationship before, and then DP hit, and I kind of veered off, man. It was like I wasn't going anywhere. I wouldn't even go to the movies with him. And then my girlfriend at the time got tickets to, like, I'm a huge Georgia Bulldog fan, and she got tickets to that, man, and I was fucking like, dude, it was crazy because I couldn't go. I mean, I couldn't. Didn't nobody understand that, but I couldn't. There's no way I'm going to fucking Georgia when I can't even go outside the house. Fuck, I was working on going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's something you're gonna have to work on, and getting into relationships and getting out of like, you don't let that beat you up too much. But
You stole my
what
rounds, you little bastard.
did I? I thought you was getting them. You little bastard. Uh, fuck. Let me adjust my shit.
Oh, yeah, okay, you get the top of the stage, I'm gonna get whatever's in this building.
Okay.
And by the way, there's a half potion over here. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Uh. Yeah, man. I mean, getting in relationships is good, and then even going through relationships is hard. It really is, man. Because, you know, we went through a lot of shit where it was like she thought I didn't care about her, and it was her, and this and that caused a lot of problems. And it wasn't even. It was just that I was so focused on myself, not in a fucking, uh, not in like a selfish way. It was just like I need to figure out what the fuck's wrong with me.
Yeah, no. You felt like you couldn't take enough time for yourself and having to worry about her. Damn it, Dylan. You get my shit.
Oh man.
Shit, better get a half post, boy.
Boy,
There's another half post out here.
I don't need it. I'll be full after this. Tater will be full.
Figure it out, we might need it.
Bro, I'm ready to just find somebody because I don't have room to pick up anything.
You're such a tater. I swear.
We gotta go this way. But yeah, man. I mean, relationships it is hard, but you just kind of, you gotta meet in the middle, man. Best advice I give you, because I honestly, I mean, I don't think, man, I don't know, it's hard to say, but DP will cause you to get in and out of relationships. And now, if your relationship's toxic and it's causing you stress, get the fuck out, no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
Now, because that's probably what a lot of people don't look at is what's causing.
Oh, dude, that's for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, I've always been a little anxious, but my whole panic and things stuff like that started from worry and being in a toxic relationship, for sure. Like, that's where it all started.
Yeah, man, I think mine started. I've never talked about this on a live stream, but what do we got in here? Growing up, I didn't really have a dad.
Yo, we got a long way to go, dude.
Yeah, we'll get to moving. Growing up, I didn't really have a dad, and so it was just me and my mom most of the time. I had stepdads and stuff, but shit happened and fucking didn't work out or whatever. But I mean, what really made me, I guess, become an anxious kid is when I was like, man, I don't know, fuck. I mean, everybody had. I mean, some people have traumatic shit. Like, I mean, some it may not be as bad as others. Like, you may have just went through a crazy relationship and super toxic or whatever, and that may have been your traumatic experience that gave you some stress. But I think as a young, like, me being a young kid and at like the age of 8, I was beat by my dad, and whenever I first, and I, you know, I didn't really talk to my dad that much, and I didn't really fucking have anything to do with my dad, mainly because of that reason. Before that, I was a baby, and he fucking put his hands on me, and I mean, I don't remember that, but my mom was gonna take him to court and shit, but I don't know, I think he was in a, I don't know about him, but anyway, I was beat, and then from that point on, man, I was just anxious all the fucking time. I held that grudge, and I didn't fucking trust guys in general. There ain't nobody over there. I didn't trust men in general. And then anytime I got around my dad, I had to watch what I say, or, you know, and then as I got older, I was like, man, I don't want to have to fight my fucking dad. And then that was just always on my mind 24/7. So, of course, you're going to be anxious all the fucking time. And then my mom, like, I moved all over the place, all around, you know, a couple counties, just because, fuck, I don't know, my mom just didn't choose the right men. And, so going from that and, you know, coming from that background and then meeting new guys and then them leaving on us and, just having that whole, you know, my mom kind of in and out of families and having having a stepsister and then gone, and then having a stepdad that, you know, I was cool with him. Somebody's been over here.
Hey, roll this way. I think there's less people on the other side.
I don't know what's up with your mic. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit better. Where are you? Oh, Natty Daddy left. But yeah, man, and I don't mean to say that to me like, oh, you know, I was beat, feel sorry for me. Like, you know, that's something that will make you stronger once you accept it. And once you actually accept the fact that, you know, shit happens, you know, people get raped, people get beat, people get molested, people, you know, it's all kind of stuff. And some people, alright, yeah, I got you. Some people deal with it, and then some people hold it in, and that's where the whole traumatic stuff they talk about, like Harris Harrington and all them. Some people have crazy, you know, they was in a car wreck or watched their mom die, or
A lot of it's just repressing stuff, man. Like it's not dealing with stuff. It's not dealing. Something that I've been doing
yeah,
a
I can
lot of
barely hear
research
you.
on. Can you hear me now? God, this is so
No, you're
annoying.
good.
You can hear me?
No, yeah, you're good. My microphone was cut down.
Damn, I was about to say, God, dude, I feel like I'm screaming.
Can you hear me?
Where are you going, D-Lo?
I don't know, dude. I get so sidetracked when I'm talking. I'm telling everybody about my life story. Dude, nobody is watching our fucking live stream. It'll be alright though. It's just like a video. They can listen to it. And I threw down, there's a couple, if you go in the chat box, you can look at James's channel. I threw his channel in the description, and there's some other stuff in there in the description talking about, you know, what kind of channel I got, the links to my stuff. There's a green drum gun. Yo, I got a good setup right now. I mean, if somebody comes up on me, I'll probably chop them down. I got this minigun, dude. I'm alright with the minigun. It just runs out too fast.
Yeah, you gotta have a ton of ammo for it.
I'm just gonna,
Let's roll, bro. We got a pretty good little bit of ground to make up.
But yeah, I was in a relationship for, fuck, 3 years, man, and the last year of it was in DP. And it caused my relationship to go down the drain. I mean, being honest, like, because it got to the point where I didn't want to go nowhere with her, I didn't want to do this, and I guess she kind of felt like I kind of...
That's normal though, dude. Like, that's how it was for me too, dude. I was in a relationship for on and off for years, and dude, I got to where I couldn't go anywhere with her, man. She had me so nervous.
Yeah.
When I went, she had me so nervous that I would, like, man, I'd be so nervous that I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's how nervous I would be, just even trying to go out to dinner with her. And like, dude, I was never nervous like that as a person. Like, man, I was good with girls. Like, you know, I was always hanging out with them, never had a problem going out to eat, never cared about any of that. A lot of things that people have issues with, like people seeing them eat and stuff like that. That never bothered me.
No.
But for some reason, it got to where, like, all that stuff was really bothering me. I couldn't figure out why.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why I felt sick every time I was with her. Like, literally, man, I felt sick to my stomach.
Dude, you got any band-aids? Bandages?
Nah, I dropped it, man.
Why, you fucking tater? Bro, there's somebody at Southwest.
Southwest is to your right, bro.
Oh, he's almost dead, bro.
think they're down here to our right, Tater. Oh shit, dude, I just took a round from pretty far off. Dang it. If I get hit again, I'm dead.
Bro, where are you at?
Are you kidding, dude? This game is bull. This game is pure trash. I just lit that dude up and he didn't die. No, man, I had majorly bad relationships, man. That's what that's what got me so stressed. I was one of those people, man. I cared what other people thought, and it messed me up. I shouldn't have been caring what so many people thought, and I couldn't help it. I did, but I did, and
Yeah, bro, and honestly, like, I was like that throughout, honestly, throughout high school, like,
I've always felt different. I always liked being different, but at the same time, like, man, like, for some reason, I don't know. I always felt,
we'll do one more match, and then we'll cut the live stream since nobody's popping.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I've always felt different, and I always felt like not to sound like a smart ass or like I'm better than anybody, but I was always like, man, these people are just fucking, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm so much smarter than these people my age, like.
I felt smarter, but I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like I had a deeper connection with a lot of things, like I didn't take for granted a lot of the stuff that a lot of other people did. I understood things I felt things on a deeper level, but like, I don't know, man, it always bothered me that I did, and you know, even though I didn't want to care what other people thought, like for some reason, like I did. I'm just now, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm just now getting to where I can do things and not care what people think. I'm just now getting to where, like, I don't let people's opinions bother what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Cause I did for a long time, dude. I really did.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, it's, and dude, even throughout high school, man, just because the world's so judgmental that, it causes that.
It's jumping that tilted, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, it does. It really does, man. Cause like, heck, I thought I was tough and I thought I was all this and that, man. But for some reason, dude, I still cared what people thought, and I think that's just life in general, especially these days. And man, I'm like I said, dude, I'm just now getting to where I'm more comfortable in my own skin, but I'm still not great. Like I still struggle with it just like everybody else does. Like it's not easy. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah, I still ain't conquered it. Like,
oh
bro, I don't know where you're going when you do that. There's fucking 1,000 people around here.
Dead. God, man, I'm so sick of this damn game. But yeah, man, like I always felt like to your right behind you. trash. But yeah, man, I always felt like I cared too much about what people thought. But I'm getting better at it. I just, you know, it's hard, man. It's hard for people like us to do that.
It is, man, and it is with this like
And
just the
even though I was a popular kid, I was well liked and all that stuff, man. I even did my own thing. I was never like part of the crowd a lot of times, and I think now that I think back, it was probably due to some social anxiety.
yeah.
Even though
Like I
didn't
definitely
realize
had
it at the
social
time.
anxiety.
I didn't I liked going to parties, but I preferred having like 2 or 3 friends ride back roads and drink beer. Like
Yeah.
I liked that more than I liked going to big parties. And now that I think about it, it's probably due to some social anxiety.
No, yeah, for sure.
And you know, I didn't realize it at the time, but you know, even though I was popular, well liked, and all that stuff, man, it took. I'm, you know, just now getting more comfortable in my own skin. Like even though I was all that, I still, I don't know. I always felt like something was missing. Something was still based on fear. But I'm getting better with it. It's just, you know, it's taken a while.
Yeah. No, I get it. Cause I was the same way, and man, I don't know, like, fuck, dude. I mean, I never talked about it. That was my problem. I never talked about.
Yeah.
I never talked about anything.
Build up bad.
Cause I was the kind of guy, I wasn't gonna tell you my problems. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I always just feel like I was bothering somebody, or I'm not gonna be that guy that has these problems.
Yeah, dude, like I felt ashamed that I was letting stuff build up and make me mad or get on top of me, man. Like I can remember back when, you know, a lot of the stress really first started for me was my junior year of high school. Like it was like I was trying to work to have money to do stuff with my girlfriend that I was in a relationship that I was having a toxic relationship with. Man, like I remember getting out of school and I would work till like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Then I'd have to do homework, and then, you know, you got to be up for school again the next morning. So, and I never got enough sleep. And I can remember like having to close like on Friday night and open Saturday morning. And I worked at a golf course, so I would be there till like 11 o'clock Friday night, and I had to be back awake there at like 5 a.m. the next morning. Man, I can remember literally, like, I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I can remember literally getting there the next morning after sleeping for like 3 hours and literally sitting there and like crying. Like, not like big crocodile tears, but like tearing up, and just because I was so stressed out, so sleep deprived, and just like all I wanted to do was go home and go to bed and just be able to relax, so I didn't have to worry about her and worry about what my parents thought about how bad I was doing in school and all that stuff. And it was all just getting on top of me. And I can remember being so stressed out that I literally I'd walk in there and that morning so tired and so stressed that I'd just be tearing up sitting there by myself, like, you know, and I had to get all those golf carts outside, and I'd just be ready to.
I know.
Dude, I'd be ready to explode at any moment because I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I know exactly how you feel, and
that's where all that stress started. That eventually led to me getting so stressed out that I had a panic attack and started panic disorder, which eventually led to depersonalization.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's yeah, man. You'll have them days in DP whenever you're really killing it. When you're really, and I can vouch for that because there's been plenty of times where I've wanted to cry and fucking just. Fuck, I don't know, dude. Like, there's been times where I just like sit back. Really, when I get in my head is when it happens. But man, I sit there and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I'm 23 and I don't have shit. I mean, yeah, I got okay. And that's when you get in those negative moments. So we'll talk about like how I felt. So like I'll get in the moment and it'll be like, God, I don't have shit, man. I don't have. Yeah, I got a job, but it's always that. Yeah, I got a truck, but it's fucking up on me. Yeah, I got this, but and that's what puts you in such a bad mood, because, man, dude, I don't know, all the time, like, I'll be sitting there, and, like, tonight, for example,
I agree, though, man, like, for real. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. But, like, I was just saying, tonight, for example, like, so, I was telling James earlier, but, like, it was, man, it was me and my girlfriend, we was having this conversation, and her mom made some comments about how I wasn't the guy that she pictured her with. And dude, like that shit, that kind of shit right there just for me, because I'm so personal and I take shit to heart of what people think of me inside. Like, everybody always says I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I don't give a fuck about what people think of me to an extent, like about my tattoos and the way I dress and if I wear ripped up jeans and boots. Like, I don't care about that aspect. But whenever somebody tells me that I'm not a good guy for that daughter, or if somebody tells me, like, dude, that shit eats me up, because it's like I try so fucking hard and nobody understands that. And anyway, whenever you get in that mindset, it's like, fuck, dude, every day I'm out here killing it, and nobody knows about this exposure. Nobody knows about me fucking going to the gym every day, because just how hard that is. Nobody knows about fucking making sure I go to work every single day and staying later just to get that extra exposure and save up money and helping my fucking family out, and making sure I'm still, after 10 hours at work, and then me going to the gym for 45 minutes, and then me still making time to come to your house and see you on top of DP. But you don't. If you really knew about that, you know, you wouldn't see that fit for the daughter thing. You would think I'm God. But like, I'll be sitting there and I'm thinking about all that stuff, man, and it's just like, dude, you want to explode, because you're just thinking about all the negative stuff. That's when you got to get in a positive mindset and think about what you do have.
And man, I'll tell you what, that, like, you're talking about how you get one of them days sometimes when you're killing it, that even when you're doing super good on exposure, and you're kicking ass, and you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, you get overwhelmed. Dude, that was me today.
Yeah.
Seriously, that was me today, man. Like, I've been doing a lot, man. It just, like it got to a point there where at the end of it where I was like, God, I just felt like I was just so overwhelmed. Finally, the day was over, and I could kind of relax, man. It was brutal, because just, you know, like I said, something when you're doing a ton of exposure, man, it's hard.
It will, man. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, man. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and chill and be like, you just gotta tell yourself out loud, I'm going through something, and it's hard right now. It's cool though. You gotta go through shit in life. Some people get cancer, some people get in a wreck, some people get molested, some people get raped. You got DP.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta go through shit in order to really appreciate life. And man, it's just a matter of how much, you know, you can stay positive. If your threshold for positivity is very small and you're a really negative person, that's what you got to change. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe that's why you're stuck in DP. That's why my whole mindset is always, you know, stay positive, you know.
Dude, it's super hard to, and I understand how big of an issue that is, because it's super hard to stay positive when you've had DP, especially if you've been in for a long time, like I have, like 7 or 8 years. And it's super hard to be positive some days, but, you know, so you got to figure out a way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. You know, no matter what you say, how long you've been in it, you know, I've been in it for 8 years, it's really hard. There's no other way to do it but to do it. Like, you have to stay positive. You have to find some way, you know, just because you can be a story. You know, think of it like this, man. I can be a fucking story of 9 years in this shit, and I got out just because one day I got super positive and figured out yeah, you decide, you made a game plan for this shit, and you stuck to it, and that's why I do these videos. That's why I interact with y'all. That's why you know, because one day I will fucking, you know, it'll be all gone. I can give people.
It'll be game over. It'll be game on. I'm never stopping again. And
yeah, and that's how it gets.
It seems it's that way with a lot of other people who've recovered too, man. It's one day there's a turning point. Like, you know, it takes a whole lot of work, but one day when it's the day that you have a change of mind where you're like, I'm never letting anything stop me again.
Exactly. And that's, dude, now don't get me wrong, I have days where I'm like, fuck, man, like, it's like I'm just fucking killing, I'm just kicking a dead horse. Like, it's like I'm just beating the shit out of this dead horse, just fucking, he's dead and I'm just on top of him still punching him in his throat. Like, so, I swear to God, some days, man, it's just like, fuck, I'm working hard as a motherfucker for nothing, because, like, some days I do have that. Like, y'all see me on here, like, preaching positivity, but I mean, you're gonna have days, but, you know, It's just about, you can have those days. That's cool. That'll get you more motivated for the next day. And it's all about the day you pick to turn it around. Because there was one day that I was like, fuck this, it's not getting me nowhere. And I knew that people got out of this, and I was just going to be another guy that got out of it. In my mindset, just like in my mindset, okay, so I watch a lot of mentors and financial mentors and financial freedom speakers and shit like that. And what you have to preach to yourself is, one day I will be rich and wealthy and take care of a family and be able to support them financially and fucking mentally, and I will be that guy, no doubt, for sure, 100%. And if you wake up every day with that mindset, eventually that's all that's going to become, and you work towards it. You can't get rich by sitting on your ass every day. And just like you can't get rid of anxiety by fucking sitting on your ass every day and hoping for the anxiety fairy to come take it.
Yep, facing it. It's crazy because a lot of people don't understand that their mind is created to overcome adversity. The human mind, that's the thing. The longer you avoid something, the bigger it becomes and the harder it is to deal with. And people are like, oh, I'm just going to deal with it and I'm still going to be scared after. No. Your brain literally encodes the fact that you didn't die and that you were okay after you panic or something bad happens, or just when you're scared of something and then nothing happens. It's kind of like when you're a little kid, you're scared to go on a roller coaster for the first time, but all of a sudden, once you get on it and you stop crying, you're like, oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It takes a minute. It takes jumping that hurdle.
Yeah, man, it's all about that first step. Whoever's watching this later on or whatever, and if you made it this far, then you fucking got some balls, because that was boring ass first half, because we ended up die a lot. But anyway, I mean, if you take anything from it, it's just that all you gotta do is I'm not special. Like, y'all gotta realize that. Like, yeah, I've made a lot of progress, and because I fucking killed it. Dude, I just got sick of it. I went out there one day and I was like, man, and I still haven't done it fully. I still need to travel. And I'm working on that. Like, I could right now if I had the money and the fucking truck that wasn't slipping. That motherfucker. I'm about ready to just drive it off a cliff. But I'm to that point because I've worked so hard, and it's not just like, oh, that's just he got lucky. You know, a lot of people see that and they're like, you know, that guy got lucky. He got a hold of it quick. Or no matter what, it's just that I got motivated one day, and one day I was like, you know, I just got super motivated, and it was like, I need to go face this. There's, you know, my biggest thing and what I live by is, in order to get comfortable with something, you have to be in that bitch, no matter if it's scary or what. If you are scared of something, you got to get comfortable with that shit, because once you're comfortable with it, it's not scary. Like, it's just too people make it way too complicated. Anxiety's scary, but if you're in an anxious state to where you can learn to not to overcome that anxious state and be calm in it, it's not scary anymore. Therefore, it's not anxious no more. Like, I don't know, man. I just look at it a different view. Like, I get motivated whenever, like, I don't know, man. I don't even get scared anymore. Like, if I gotta go to work, I don't worry about it the night before. If I gotta go to the gym, I don't think twice about it. Like, before the live stream, James was like, I'm going to the gym. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to the gym too. I didn't think twice about it. I went and worked out 2.5 hours, talked to some hot chick for about 45 minutes, and but I worked out, and it was, I didn't even think about it, you know? I didn't.
This is weird, man. I was actually nervous going to the new gym, but man, once I got in there, dude, I felt so good.
Yeah.
Like, I started crushing weight, man, and I got that burn going. And I swear, man, like, people say it all the time, it's kind of a cliche, but man, that iron therapy is no joke. Like,
oh,
man,
dude, for sure.
So much stress.
Like, before DP, that was my therapy. I was, like I said, I was an anxious kid growing up. Yeah, before DP, I was an anxious kid anyway. And then I found weights. Dude, weights, there's just something about putting your fucking hands on something that's 100 pounds and throwing that shit above your chest. Like, I don't know, there's just that fucking, that release that you get whenever you push the shit off, man. It's just, it sends some kind of signal, and you just feel that strength, and I don't know, man, it gives you some power. And once you start doing it longer, and you get stronger, and you get buffer, and you get muscles, and and it boosts your self-confidence, man. It really does help out. And there's no bad thing to start working out. Like, there's no bad reason to be like, I would go to the gym, but you know, it's not good for you. You know, there's no reason to not stop. Whether you're running 30 minutes every morning and then doing some push-ups when you get back, or whether you're going to a CrossFit gym and doing fucking an hour and a half a hit, or whatever it is, man. You know, just find something to get that fucking release that fucking edge you're holding in, man. You just fucking, or go punch somebody in the face. I don't give a fuck. Find somebody you don't like that's a dick and just go punch them in the fucking face.
Find somebody you don't like and knock their ass out.
Yeah, just knock them the fuck out, dude. Like, man, I've squared up in DP, and you know, fucking, it's no joke in DP.
A guy this morning who tried to run us off the road.
That would have been a release.
Dude, it was crazy. I think that's a lot. That's another reason I was so stressed today. I didn't realize it.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna end the live stream, and
Alright, man.
yeah, we're gonna hop off this. Y'all be sure to go follow James, man. He's got some good shit. He's got some. Let's make sure anybody commented. Ain't nobody, unless something's wrong with my chat. I don't know. If y'all are on here and I can't see shit, I don't know what's up, man. It just won't let me see it. Anyway, y'all be sure to like this is the weakest live stream ever I've ever had. Make sure you like the video because apparently it wasn't live. So if y'all do like it, it'll get it on out there, and it's got some good shit in it. So be sure to share it. And if y'all are on the Facebook pages, be sure to share it to the Facebook page. I don't get on that shit because I don't want that toxic shit in my life. But if you're on that toxic shit, be sure to share this shit. And yeah, man, just subscribe to James. We're gonna keep doing these live streams. Yeah, man. And y'all just be sure to stay positive. Just make every day count.